So, so 3 weeks later, I was released to go back to work. But the night before I was released, it happened again. And so my
Oh,
wife
wow.
found me again in the bed, and they took me to the hospital. And this time they said, the first time you had about a 5% chance to live. The second time they gave us less than a 1% chance for me to survive, because they said when you have CPR, not CPR, but cardiac arrest that fast out in the field with, and I went also around 8 minutes without oxygen that time as well. So
Wow.
they didn't have high hopes. And so once again, God delivered me, raised me up, healed me. And, the doctors was like, I just don't know what to say about this guy. But
They
they
had
said,
no clue what was going on.
none whatsoever. They're like, we have no idea. We've never seen this.
Wow.
But what they decided to do was to go ahead and place a defibrillator in me. So I was excited. Okay, I have the answer.
Yeah.
And so it was 3 weeks later, which was that happens to be my 40th birthday.
Okay.
I was shocked 4 times throughout the morning, early morning. So I went to the doctor, the hospital, and they said, we don't know what's going on again. And we just need to go ahead and test the device and get you on some type of heart medication to help with this, because this is not normal. And so
Wow. Yeah.
the manufacturer of the device was there, which is always the case when they go through these procedures. They tested my device, and the guy said, let's just stop it because he's not responding. And we have never seen anything like this either, as far as how the device is responding. So they put in another device that was a defibrillator as well as a heart rate monitor. I'm sorry,
Okay.
not a heart rate monitor. I'm sorry, it's a pacemaker. And
Okay.
then they also placed me on heart rate medication, and
Okay.
that helped me throughout the process. So for over a year, I was fine.
Okay.
I felt great, didn't feel any type of shock issues. But my personality was extremely muted at the time. And so my
Oh,
wife was saying,
wow.
this is not my husband. This is not normal. And it was just making me feel sick. So my doctor decided after a year, let's go ahead and get off the medication. The device
Okay.
is likely helping you. And so we got off the medication, and I was fine for at least 2 months. Then in January of 2014, I was shocked once.
Uh,
February, I was shocked again. And in March of the next month, I was shocked again. And so they placed me on a beta blocker. And then I was
okay.
shocked 3 times in April of 2014. And they said, okay, you know what? We need to go ahead and take a look at everything, re-diagnose them. And so they re-diagnosed me from what they considered, they thought it was what they call lone QT3 syndrome, which means that it's
Okay.
nocturnal death. And they
Oh, geez.
re-diagnosed me with something called Brugada syndrome, which is a very, very rare disease. And really, in the US population, they may have 200,000 people that may have it at any given time. And if you have it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it activates. So it causes the lower chambers, right? It causes the
And that's
lower.
like a genetic thing,
It
right? I
is.
think
It
I
is.
saw
It
that
is.
somewhere.
It is a
Okay.
genetic thing. And so it's so rare that even a lot of the doctors were saying, okay, I remember this in school, but please remind me about what this is, because they just don't really deal with it here. And so what ended up happening was that they re-diagnosed me with that. They placed me on special medication that would address that. And
Okay.
since then, I've been okay.